This room is very much about pushing the envelope. It's about hoping to create a style and a feeling and a personality of a space that is not just about the scale. It's about welcoming architectural details in a way that I hadn't done before.
We hadn't seen anything quite this big before. What can we do? What kind of materials do we have available? What will our equipment do?
My initial thoughts when I first saw this project was, wow, I don't know how we can pull this off.
But really tell them the truth. You said, Harry, you're insane.
Wow.
Yeah. I remember standing in this space with Kathryn and with Scott and looking at these profiles and thinking to myself, you know, I've never done it before, so man, I hope we can pull this thing off.
The first mock-up came and I thought, oh dear God, we've really not made this. This is not what I was envisioning. It was huge. I mean, we used to joke around that was the size of a VW Bug. It was very large. And it went up and I was like, no, this is not what I envisioned. So a couple more mock-ups came and we picked the middle one. I was Goldilocks, so I got to choose.
Yeah.
So, and you know, I still wasn't sure. I mean, to be frankly, I wasn't sure at all.
We actually made a prototype and sent it down to the job site for the homeowner and the install crew and everybody to put up on the ceiling and take a look at. And ultimately, they ended up downsizing that just a little bit because the original size was a little bit more than what they thought it was going to be. You really felt that vision that was on the paper and in Harry's mind really started to come together. You can see it on the paper and your wheels start turning. Craftsmen are getting harder and harder to find, and we know and have confidence in their program and in ITC and what they provide that we can pull together these spectacular, unique rooms like this.
We have the vision, the knowledge, and know how to execute and deliver a really clean, crisp product that a lot of people just are not that good at.
Well, one thing about our relationship with ITC is that we have the utmost confidence in the crew that they know what it takes to make sure that the product is cared for once it's delivered prior to install. They understand the complexity of the installation on something like this, so it's a great relationship that we have with that entire team.
They really trust what our team brings to the table. They know that if we say that we can build it and we tell them it's going to be for this amount, they know that we're going to build it and they know that we're going to do it for that amount. That we don't surprise them with extra charges for this and extra charges for that. We try and capture the scope of work and the time that it's going to take to do it. Give them a time frame, give them a budget, and stick to it.
So not only do we want to make sure that we're manufacturing something that meets the expectation of the homeowner and the architect and their vision, but that we are making something that's going to last a lifetime.
Funny enough, we called it a Grand Salon, which has a throwback feel, and the room itself has a throwback feel. It sort of is an homage to when rooms were designed not just as separate parts, but with a cohesive signature. What makes me most proud of this room is A, that the client loves it, B, that the quality of workmanship is so high that it becomes a signature space for her to enjoy for years.
All of a sudden, it just took shape. And it was like one day I walked in and it was like, oh my gosh, we've arrived. And it feels comfortable. I want it to be a comfortable home where you feel like you can kick off your shoes and put your feet on the furniture. And we got there.
Thankfully.
Everybody worked together fantastically and fluidly. That's how you pull off significant, unique rooms like this.
Yeah.
It turned out amazing. It was fun and challenging.
And I remember standing in the space and being so impressed with the team it took to execute, the team responsible for the level of workmanship that makes this room so special. hopefully that is what Kathryn thought she was buying into when we took her on this wild ride.
This was such a fun thing. I'm sad that it's over. Sad. I mean, I didn't have issues in construction, and I know people always have issues, but gosh, it was such a pleasure. I enjoyed working with you.
I feel the same way.
I think we might have to do another project.
I think that sounds
Yeah.
great.
I think so.
There's a pride in workmanship. You know, over the course of my career, we've seen sort of a loss of love of craft, and this room gives me a great deal of confidence that it still exists, that my architecture can still require the passionate pursuit of other craftsmen to pull off what we did.